friends, welcome to Bookish Bliss, our virtual book club. Every week we will dig into a section of chapters in our favorite books. Let's get started.
Hey book besties, and welcome back to Bookish Bliss for episode 79. We have a lot to discuss today.
We are continuing our journey through Sarah J. Maas's Heir, Fire, and this week it's all about chapters 58 to 68. So you don't have to read the entire book, but you kind of do because this is the last set of chapters, and we are going full spoiler mode.
Indeed.
Amanda, darling, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking a polar ginger lime ale.
I'm so jealous because now I don't have any.
Oh no, what are you drinking tonight, darling?
I needed some electrolytes, so I'm drinking a Gatorade Zero.
Very good, darling. Looks like an orange flavor.
It is orange. I love the
Yum.
orange.
Yes, same.
I wish it had sugar in it, but
No, fuck sugar. We hate sugar.
no. Lots of sodium.
Mm,
But I need the electrolytes.
get them, honey.
I've been a bit dehydrated.
Indeed, darling.
Well,
Are we gonna cheers?
I guess. Cheers to episode 79 of Bookish Bliss and the last part 6 of Heir, Fire. Cheers.
Woo! Cheers!
Darling, have I had a couple of days?
I know, darling. I've been so busy and out of the loop, but
Yeah.
Megan's just been spiraling.
I've been spiraling, and Amanda leaves me alone for like 24 hours, and I sprained my pinky. Not only did I sprain it, but half of my nail fell off.
Oh my god.
And just thinking about it makes me really fucking nauseous still. I was literally like in the house going, bleh, bleh, trying to like take care of my wound. And I'm like, be an adult. If you pass out, there's no one else here to help you.
You will die. No, just kidding.
Yeah. And I was like, well, thankfully I had a family cookout yesterday. So if I hadn't shown up in a certain amount of time, like Karen would have sent in the cavalry.
yeah.
So
Yeah, the police would have been called. It would have been
oh, yeah. Yeah. And Amanda would be like, I left you alone for 2 hours.
Literally, I'm like, this fucking bitch.
It just was a series of like unfortunate events yesterday.
Literally.
I was like upset because I didn't lose as much weight as I wanted to this week. And then because I was having a panic attack about this, I end up whacking my finger on my car because I was trying to run away from my mother.
And fucking up the nail.
And then I sprained and fucked up my nail. So then I spiraled again because I was like, this is disgusting. And I kept crying.
Wild.
But I got it together
Wild.
a little bit. It's been fine now that I have it in this splint thing, keeping it straight.
That's good.
But
yeah, nice and straight.
I didn't realize like how much I use I was like, it's my left hand. When do I use my left hand? Every day. You use both your hands.
All day. That's so funny. I can't.
So I don't know if I have any book news, but
besides the fact that we finished Heir, Fire now.
Yeah, we finished Heir, Fire. Crazy.
Half of Throne of Glass series.
Yeah, we finished half.
That's crazy. 4 books down, 4 to go.
That's so wild. And it's only going to get crazier from here.
Oh, this section was so good. The ending is always crazy, but like so good.
Yeah. Oh, I finished Play Along in the Windy City series. So I have one more, I think, in that series. I forget what it's called. Like Rewind It Back, Rewind. I don't know. But it's back to hockey. So
I'm still reading Glow and Cross. I don't know if I was reading Cross last episode, but
I think maybe. Is that the mobster one? No, that was the other one.
Twisted.
Yeah,
that was Twisted. I already finished that one. But I'm going to start Immortal Consequences next.
Yeah.
Once I finish Glow.
I know. I should start Immortal Consequences.
And
next.
You need to give me God of the Woods. It's September 1st tomorrow.
Okay. I did take it off my currently reading list on Goodreads and Storygraph. I took it off, so it's official.
She's officially giving up. You hear that, Christina?
Giving up. Yeah, I gotta find it. My dad went on a cleaning spree and I had books everywhere. I have books everywhere all the time, but I had books spread across the couch because I set up a new desk in here because I'm going to be working from home. And I was trying to pick what books I wanted on my desk and where I wanted everything. And so I guess I didn't do it fast enough for him. So he shoved a bunch of books on top of my food pantry over here. So I think that's where God of the Woods is.
That's so
I gotta
funny.
find them.
You can give it to me at the next book club meeting.
Yeah, it's probably when I'll see you next.
Probably, yeah.
You've abandoned me. I used to see
I'm
you
sorry.
multiple times a week, and now I never see you
I'm
anymore.
busy as fuck. I hate it. I wish I had nothing to do
I mean,
besides
not that I've
read.
been sitting on my laurels doing
Yeah,
absolutely
you've been busy
nothing.
as fuck too. Yeah. It's not just me.
I'm just gonna complain about it because it's me and I feel abandoned by you.
Well, that must be your own trauma because I did not
She's
abandon
like,
you.
bitch, I talk to you 3 times a day still.
I'm still here. Not going anywhere.
I know. Any inconvenience or any 5 seconds, I'm like, I'm calling Amanda.
That's awesome. Love it.
Yes, but that's all I have, darling.
All right, darling. Well, then let's get started with the good stuff and break down Heir of Fire Part 6. We are starting and ending with Megan Darling tonight.
Me
She's
with
got
my
an
finger.
extra chapter, sucker. No, just
I have
kidding.
one less finger, but an extra chapter. Actually, I feel like I really do because your chapter 67 was a
I
half a
know.
page.
Literally. I had great time doing my notes this week.
It wasn't bad. Here we go. Chapter 58. Adian is meeting with Ren at the apartment to give him orders that Ren will be traveling to Surya in 2 days. He is fleeing because the longer he stays in Rifthold, the more dangerous it is, as he is a wanted fugitive and is recognizable now. Kale tells them he will be leaving for Aniel in a few days and that they will need him on the inside regardless if he's back in his hometown or in Rifthold. They were just about to disperse when feet thundered up the steps and they prepared to battle, but it was just Murtaugh who arrived with news. This time, good news. The word had come out that Aelin is alive and she is in Wendlin, that she took on some of the king's creatures in Narok and won. They are saying that Aelin has been hiding in Doranel all this time. Aelin had sent her message to the world that she is a warrior and that she was done hiding. Murtaugh is going to ride north and that they cannot wait before the king tries to stop the news from spreading. They will send riders to Fenharrow and Melisande and that Ren will stay here. Murtaugh will take care of Surya. Kale tells Murtaugh to send word to Eelway that it is time for them to prepare. It is time for them to fight back. The king was in a rage because of this news. Dorian said he would have been amused, but he was petrified for Selena, Aelin, whoever she is. She had drawn a line in the sand. Not only had she defeated one of the king's most deadliest generals, no one had ever survived an attack from him. He said somewhere in Wendlin his friend was changing the world. She was fulfilling the promise she made to him, and she had not forgotten Dorian or any of them. Perhaps they would figure out how to destroy the tower and free magic. So Dorian sat back and let his father rage. When Selena got back, they would go about changing the world together.
Whoa.
Oh my God. So I love this. I love that the news is spreading quickly that Aelin is alive. She fought back against the king and she won.
Mhm.
And so she's got it's giving all these people Anna Darlin hope that a
Yes.
savior is on the way and that they will be free of the king soon. So it's exciting
Thank God.
times. There's this renewed sense of purpose for the rebels and just I think the
Yeah,
people in
after that
general.
huge massacre of all the freaking slaves too, this is probably the best news that can come after that for them.
Yeah, for sure. People are shouting her names in the street already and all she did was
Yeah.
fight in one battle so far and
All she did was burn somebody from the
put
inside
out
out.
and they're like, "Hell yeah."
They're like, "She's back, woo!"
But it does give you this I'm ready. Like, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
let's take back our country. Even
Yeah.
Kale is on board and proud of her and
Finally picked a side.
picks a side and says,
Yeah.
"Tell Ule that it is time to prepare. It's time to fight back." So even he has picked his side like Dorian asked him to.
Mhm.
And
About time.
about
Only took
time.
4 books.
And I would just like love to be in the room where the king is raging and Dorian's just sitting there like, "Ugh, what a man child."
Like, silently giggling to himself, like, "Ha ha 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 ha, sucker."
No, but I loved that part when he was like, "She hasn't forgotten, like, she's kept her promise, and we're gonna
Yeah.
change the world together," which just makes the ending of this
Aw.
book, like, extra sad because we know what side Dorian's on, and now
I
there's a
know.
damper in that part of the plan.
Of course, there has to always be some
Of
obstacles.
course, we can never have things go smoothly, and
Never.
sets us up for the next book, but we'll
Mhm.
talk about that at the end.
Yeah. Chapter 59. Selena and Rowan arrived at Doranel, a stunning city built on a massive island known as the City of Rivers. The city, with its blue rooftops and bustling streets filled with vendors and music, took Selena's breath away. Despite the beauty, she couldn't shake the image of her people being slaughtered while these people celebrated. She only blamed their queen, though. Rowan and Selena were both quiet on the journey, lost in their own thoughts. They were followed by Maeve's wolves and, as they entered the city, were escorted by birds and shadows. Selena, playing with her ring, affirmed her resolve to accomplish her mission, reminding herself that she was as much of a queen as Maeve was and would bow to no one. Upon reaching Maeve's throne, Rowan greeted her, and Maeve expressed surprise that Selena had earned his approval so quickly. Maeve demanded a demonstration of Selena's new powers, but Selena refused, insisting Maeve answer her questions about the word keys first.
Mhm.
That's right, queen bitch.
Mhm.
Maeve revealed that the word keys cannot be destroyed but can be put back into the gate, though she doesn't know how to do this. She described the keys as black, glittering slivers of an unearthly stone. Selena then asked about the Valg princes, and Maeve said they were creatures of shadow, despair, and hatred that infiltrate the bodies of others. 6 of them once took out an entire legion of soldiers. They only needed bodies to occupy, so the king could literally be building an army of the dead that wouldn't need to sleep, eat, or breathe.
Fun.
That sounds horrible. Maeve confirmed that fire and light, the same magic wielded by Brennan to win his kingdom, could kill the Valg. She also added that beheading them to sever their collars would also work, which would be useful if Selena's magic was ever inaccessible, aka her return to Adarlan. She told Selena that she did not know the location of the keys, only that Brandon had taken them overseas and that she suspected the king possessed one, perhaps two. However, Maeve knew Selena had information about the third key. She used Rowan's blood oath to try and force the information from Selena, ordering Lorcan and Gabriel to punish him with an iron tipped whip. Maeve said she would not stop until Selena told her the location, but even Rowan told her not to. Selena's golden eyes turned to flame and Maeve's face went bone white. Selena then proceeded to set the world on fire. This girl is on fire.
Mhm.
Woo! We're getting off to a great start in Doranel. First of all, I love that she's like, Maeve may be a queen, but I'm a fucking queen too, and I don't bow to no one. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's that
Yeah.
Selena we know and love.
I know, she's slowly becoming Aelin.
I know. And she's had it. I feel like she's done playing the nice girl. She's done running away. She's like, you know what? I'm a fucking queen and I'm going to start acting like it and get what I want,
Yeah, that's
which is the
true.
answer to these word
And
keys.
I think at the end when she's, like, even still saying she's going back as Selena Sardothian, I think at this point she doesn't care if she's Aelin, Selena, Liliana, Alentia, whoever the fuck. She has a plan and she's
Yep.
gonna get shit done no matter what her first and last name is.
Rowan did say that to her, that no matter what her name is,
Mhm.
she's going to do what she needs to do. So I'm sure that's playing in the back of her head.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's kind of sad that they're so quiet on this journey together. Like, I feel
Mm.
like Rowan, he's just assuming his blood oath is going to just tear them apart. And he, like, doesn't even know what to say to her before
Mhm.
they face Maeve, and he potentially could never see her again. So I feel like that's really sad.
It is
Obviously,
pretty
we know
sad.
that's not how it is, but
Yeah. I think they're also, like, comfortable in the silence together in the
yeah,
bond that they've built over the past few months, and
that's a good way to look
I
at
don't
it.
know if words were necessary because I think it was just pointless. It was inevitable that he would have to say goodbye to her, and
Yeah,
saying goodbye is, like, not something that I think either of them wanted to do, and obviously we know they don't have to do that, but well, they do
right.
say goodbye to each other, but not in a way where Maeve is stealing him away.
Right, exactly, where he's being controlled by that evil bitch.
Literally.
We do get some information from Maeve, though. We know the word keys can't be destroyed, which we kind of figured, but they can be put back into the gate that they were created
Mhm.
from, I guess.
Mhm.
But nobody knows how to do that,
No.
or so she says.
Right.
She also describes the keys, so we know they're like these little black glittering slivers of like stone, but it's not stone. It's like some unearthly material that makes everybody feel fucking crazy. So I don't want to be anywhere near those. But I feel like it is mentioned in one of these last chapters, a sliver of black stone in one of the King's chapters. And I'm like, dude, does he have a key out in fucking
Plain sight.
in plain sight? I'm like, wait, what? Because I swear to God, I remember reading that. I don't remember which chapter.
Mm.
I'm going to have to tell you and remind you in final thoughts.
Yeah.
Because I swear to God,
I mean,
it's
I
said
wouldn't
somewhere.
be surprised that he would do something like that because I feel like
Yeah.
he's so confident and cocky and arrogant and how
Yeah.
he's set everything up thus far. And I think even how this book ends with everything he wanted, he got. I think he
Yeah.
would be cocky enough just to fucking wear it around his neck.
I'm going to look it up and we'll report back next week. But I
Yeah.
swear it's sitting on his desk or something in the background.
Mm.
We learn about the Valg Princess and that her magic can kill them, but also she could behead them because they lose their control on them from the collars, I guess. So that's one way to kill them if she needs to
Well, because
without her
she won't
magic.
have magic in Rifthold at the moment,
Yeah,
which makes me very nervous for our boy
I know.
Dorian.
I know. I'm scared too. I'm like, oh shit, what's going to happen?
Mm.
Because she can't behead Dorian. She's going to have to get that collar off him somehow. Anyways, how about the zombie army?
Oh,
That freaks me out
yeah,
too.
just
Like they can be dead bodies.
if he
They
has
only
all
need
3
a body.
keys. Yeah, if he gets all 3 keys, he won't need the collars anymore.
Yeah,
He can
he
just
can
put
just
people in
literally
dead
summon.
bodies.
Oh, that's fucking
It's
crazy.
literally insane.
I have a feeling that's foreshadowing for sure that we're going to have an army of the dead that we're going to be battling at some point. But
Well, let's hope it doesn't get to that.
I think it's gonna. We have 4 fucking books. There's going to be some army of the dead. Maeve, she's like, okay, now you're going to tell me what I want to know.
Mhm.
Because she knows that she has information about the third key, like where it is,
Yeah.
or at least her assumptions, because nothing's really confirmed.
Yeah, she assumes she knows where it
She
is.
assumes. Yeah. So they fucking whip Rowan. That was crazy. I was like, dude, no, not Rowan. And he was taking it. He's like, do not fucking tell her. Like, don't tell her.
Mhm.
Ugh. But then this is where Maeve gets the demonstration she's been
She's
wanting.
like, "Here we go, bitch."
Here we fucking go.
Chapter 60. Maeve was not burning, and neither were Rowan or his friends, but she had set the city surrounded by flames, and she was using her control to hold the flames back. Maeve reminded her that the city was stone, but Selena reminded her back that her people are not.
Ooh.
Selena calls Maeve out, saying that this is what she wanted. She didn't want to know if Selena could wield Mab's power. She wanted to see how much firepower she had gotten from Brannon. We learn that Maeve never gave Brannon the word keys. She didn't travel with Aethriel and Brannon to obtain them from the Valg either. She went to steal them for herself. Maeve wanted
Mhm.
to keep the word keys. Aethriel and Brannon fought her, and she killed her beloved Aethriel. And in her weakness and shame, Brannon was able to overpower her and steal the keys. It wasn't an enemy force that had ransacked the Sun Temple. It was Brannon who erased himself and any clue of where he was going. He left only Aethriel's sword in the cave, and Maeve never followed him because his magic, now Celaena's magic, was so strong. It's why Brannon had kept one key in his household to give them that extra ounce of power. This is why Maeve had left her lands and built this city of stone surrounded by water in case Brannon or one of his heirs returned and they could not roast her alive. Celaena shows Maeve a glimpse of the future that the creature gave her. It shows her becoming a powerful queen surrounded by her court with everyone shouting her name. This made Maeve's face go pale. Even though Celaena just saw this vision as a potential outcome, not as the truth, Maeve didn't need to know this. Celaena tells Maeve she better think twice about hurting her or her own, especially Rowan, ever again. Maeve says that
Mhm.
Rowan is hers to command, but Celaena pulls out a ring that once belonged to Maeve that Aethriel had given her. Maeve wants the ring back, but Celaena wants an exchange. She wants Maeve to free Rowan from his blood oath to her, and Celaena will give her the ring. Maeve removes the blood oath from Rowan almost immediately.
Yeah.
And Rowan then sinks to his knees in front of Celaena, wanting to make the blood oath to her. Well, Aelin. Celaena is like, no, you're free now. And they silently argue, but he tells her that he claims her too, to whatever end. He calls her Fireheart again and tells her that they will find a way together. Rowan then makes the blood oath to Aelin. Well,
Well.
they hurry out of Dornell, and once there was space between them and Maeve, Rowan gives Aelin her first tattoo of her journey thus far and all those she had lost. They would no longer be locked away in her heart. No longer would she be ashamed.
Oh.
So much craziness in this.
So much craziness. I just thought of crazy predictions too.
That's awesome, darling.
Like there's something with this ring.
Yeah, because she's like, I never knew Maeve would be so sentimental, but she knew she would want this ring and used it as a bargaining chip. But it's like, is she really sentimental? Because she doesn't really seem like the sentimental type.
No.
But it does prove useful in this moment after calling Maeve out on her shit. She's like, you are never this helper, this like hero of the people, helping Brannon and Athriel save the day from the Valg. Like, no, you were selfish and went and got those keys from the Valg princess herself and wanted to
Mhm.
use them herself and keep
Of
them to
course,
be
cuz
this
she wanted the power.
powerful queen. And Brandon and Aether were like, you are not to be trusted. And so she kills Aethriel, and maybe she was shamed because it says in her shame and her being weak, Brandon was able to
True.
overpower her and steal the keys back. I mean, I think everyone
Yeah.
has a weakness, so maybe that was hers.
Yeah. Could be.
We'll have to see.
And maybe why she went so evil because I don't know, her revenge, I guess, from that one weak moment.
Yeah, but it's also why that family in Terrason, Brandon's family, has such a distrust of Maeve and why her
Yeah.
mom never wanted to bring her back to see how much of Brandon's power laid in Selena,
Healing.
because
Yeah.
I'm sure Maeve tested the mom.
Oh, I'm
Or
sure.
maybe not the mom. The mom's not from that line.
True.
The dad, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, she got her full demonstration for sure
Mhm.
and showed Maeve a little glimpse of the future where she's like, I will be more powerful and beloved than you will ever be. And that scared the bejesus out of Maeve too. And I think with the ring and that glimpse of the future, she was like, all right, if you want Rowan, take him.
Yeah.
Take him.
She's like, "Sure, take him.
Yeah,
Sure."
she's like, I'm growing bored of him anyways, or whatever.
Yeah.
So
She's like, "It's been decades. You can have him."
you can have him. Like, he wasn't listening to me anymore anyways.
He was done with my
But
shenanigans.
the second the blood oath is removed from Maeve, he immediately drops to his knees in front of Aelin and is like, I'm
Yeah.
making the blood oath to you. She's like, are you nuts? Like, I just freed you. And he's like, yes, this is what I want. It's us together. Like, we're stronger together. We're
Yep.
doing this together. And
Crazy.
oh, I just love that so much. And
Wild.
then I love that he gives her her first tattoo.
I know.
Oh, just beautiful
Oh.
moment.
So funny.
Mhm.
Chapter 61. The highly anticipated war games have begun, with officials from Adarlan present to report back to the king on the witches' progress with the wyverns. The games, held between two peaks, required each clan to collect the enemy's team's glass eggs without shattering the eggs. They could carry 2 weapons each, but were told not to kill. Manon and her coven, the 13, are participating. She leads her coven in a strategic formation with Astrid and Vesta flying behind her, following with the rest of the clan. The Blackbeaks swiftly capture the Blue Blood's egg within 10 minutes. As the battle ensues, Astrid subdues a Yellowlegs witch by jumping on the back of their wyvern, which is crazy.
Mhm.
Manon heads for the Yellowlegs nest, but is intercepted by Petra and her coven. Their confrontation is interrupted by Iskra, who crashes into Petra, causing both witches and their wyverns to fall through the air. Iskra's wyvern attacks Petra's and bites its neck and shakes it, and Petra screams in agony. Manon's wyvern, Abraxos, refuses to move, unable to continue the games while Keely, Petra's wyvern, suffers. When Iskra finally calls off the attack, Petra plummets and her mother screams. Though the other blue buds are too far to help, Abraxos is not. He communicates with Keely in what Manon perceives as an alien language, seemingly explaining a plan. Manon convinces herself that saving Petra is for a future alliance, but in reality, it's for Abraxos and the unconditional love that was dying in his eyes. Keely spreads her wings for landing, and Manon leaps onto Keely's back to unbuckle the unconscious Petra. Our girl does have a heart after
I
all.
did cry reading this chapter. You know, I get very sentimental.
I
Even in the
know.
Fourth Wing series, when the wyvern kills the griffins.
Oh, the
And he's
Griffins.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. So war games are here.
Rebecca
Our
Yarros
clan is
totally
clanning.
stole everything from this book.
I know you
Even the
say
wing
that.
leader.
I know. I'm like, whoa. Well, it's very different war games, but not really.
I think what I was reading, it's like a crystal egg, and now this is a glass egg. It's like keep away. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not. Each wrote their own book, and they're not plagiarized at all. It's just very similar.
Yeah, very, very similar. It was a good catch by Megan because I was like, no, there wasn't eggs.
I was like,
She's like, yes, there
I'm
was.
like rereading this, and I'm like, I'm surprised I didn't think of it when I was reading Fourth Wing, but
Yeah.
when I guess because I haven't read Air Fire in like a hot minute, and I've just
Yeah.
reread Fourth Wing for a second time
Yeah.
that I
It's
remember.
funny. So we know that they get the Blue Blood's egg pretty quick, the Blackbeaks, like within 10 minutes, which is pretty impressive if you ask me.
Yeah.
They obviously get into a little scruffle, I guess you
Scuffle.
could say, with Petra and with Iskra, I guess, or
All the
Manon kind
heirs.
of escapes Iskra, but
Mm-hmm.
it's so sad that Abraxos can't even go for the egg at this point because they're like near the nest
Yeah.
to get the Yellowlegs egg, but he can't move. He's like, no, Keely's suffering. Like,
I know.
and her dying wish is to save Petra because obviously she knows like there's no saving her.
Yeah, there's no saving Keely at this point.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
they speak their alien language because they can communicate because they're
Mhm.
smart as fuck.
Yep.
And Manon takes the leap and she is going to have to explain this to her grandmama because she's not going to be happy for showing this good faith to Petra and to Abraxos. So she's not going to understand it's for Abraxos, but she's
Yeah.
just going to see it as like your weakness and you have a heart
And
and you
you shouldn't have a heart or a
you have a black
soul.
soul. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't know how this is going to go with the grandma, but we shall see.
And Chapter 62. Manon landed on Keely, and Keely held strong while Manon got Petra out of her saddle. Once Manon had Petra free, she told Keely thank you, and then flung them off Keely, and Abraxos caught them, and Keely hit the ground.
Oh,
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
The Blackbeats won the war games and Manon was crowned the wing leader. Manon ignored the blue blood matron who was thankful that Manon had saved her daughter. Manon's grandmother, on the other hand, was not very pleased by her act of heroism and, of course, beat her senseless for her lack of obedience. Manon
Crazy.
didn't apologize as she could not get the sound of Keely hitting the ground out of her head. She was, though, pretty proud that she had become the wing leader. They
Mm-hmm.
held a celebration for her, and as she entered and approached the three matrons, her grandmother asked her what gift she should get for becoming the wing leader when she already had so many great things. Manon didn't want anything, but her grandmother responded with, "How about a new cloak?" The Yellow
Mm-hmm.
Leg witches then dragged in the Kraken witch, and Manon was to kill her and take her red cloak as a replacement for her old dirty one. Apparently, Manon is well known to the Krakens. She is on the top of their kill on sight list. And the Kraken
Mm-hmm.
Witch told Manon that she heard what she had done in the war games, and it's a choice to not feel. That the Krakens actually pity them, that the Iron Teeth made her this way. She was not born without a soul. And then Manon just is like, okay, bye, and then slits her throat.
She's not wrong, though.
Yeah. Later that night, Manon snuck away with Abraxos and was thinking about what the Kraken Witch had said, that the Iron Tooth Witches had made her into a monster. She regretted not knowing her name, whose cloak she now wore. Even though it had been 10 years since magic disappeared, she had never felt more mortal. Super crazy. I think just like the moral of this chapter is Manon is starting to figure out that she has this identity outside
Mm-hmm.
of being a black beak, outside of her grandmother, outside of being a wing leader, outside of, being an iron teeth witch, that
Yeah.
she actually might have feelings.
Yeah.
And
And a soul and a
and
heart.
I think she's cared, obviously, about her 13, and I don't know if she's
Mm-hmm.
ever recognized that as caring until she met Abraxos, and
Yeah.
I feel like he's helping her find her humanity in some strange bond that they have that now.
Well, she kind of had like a near death experience with him.
Yeah.
And I feel like that bonded them for sure.
Yeah, she just is like, "I need to contemplate my feelings." So her and Abraxos go on a little flight, and of course, he's just like hanging out with the flowers, and
Yeah.
I just love him so much.
Of course. He's just sniffing flowers.
And she's like, "What is life? Was I made into this monster? Do I actually care?" And I don't know. I think that was just obviously the most powerful moment for me
Yeah,
during this
because I feel like
chapter.
she needed to be told that to, like, realize it.
Yeah.
Because when you're told so often that, like, you don't have a heart and you have a black soul and you're miserable and you should never be caring about people, like, you're gonna believe it, obviously,
Hmm.
until somebody says otherwise, and then you're like,
Hmm.
"Hey, you're right."
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I do care.
Yeah,
Maybe I do have a heart and I do have a
yeah,
soul.
yeah. Poor Manon.
I know, crazy. Can't wait to see what happens to her in the next
I
couple
know.
books.
I can't wait either. Chapter 63. Kale and Adian shared a bottle of wine on a rooftop, with Adian wishing that he had seen Aelin kill the creatures. Adian advised Kale to lie low when the news of Aelin's true identity is revealed, but Kale was already preparing to get himself, Dorian, and Sorsha to safety. He knew that Selena wouldn't be returning, and Aelin would be heading home, but not to him, to Terrasen with Adian. When Adian asked if he had a message for Aelin, Kale simply requested that he tell her they barely had any contact and that he was fine in NEL and everyone was safe. Sorsha, meanwhile, felt the world shifting with the news of Aelin's survival. She was grateful for her time with Dorian, acknowledging that she couldn't be a queen, but could be selfish for a little while longer and remain with him. For the next 2 days, Kale, with Adian's help, planned an escape for Dorian and Sorsha, intending to use his journey to Eniel as a cover. Though Kale was a bit of a sentimentalist for his sword, he knew he couldn't leave it behind. However, before Kale could leave, he and Adian were summoned to the king's private council chambers, where they found 15 unfamiliar guards and a grinning king. At the same time, Dorian, hearing of the summons, rushed to Sorsha, telling her they had to leave immediately. Before they could flee, Amity and 6 guards arrive, delivering a summons for them both to the king's private
Oh,
chambers.
shit.
Shit's about to go down in
You
here. It's starting
knew it
here.
was happening in this moment. When you read this specific chapter, you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, when they get summoned by the king with unfamiliar soldiers, I'm like, that can't be
Something bad's
good.
about to happen.
Especially because Kale is captain of the guard. He should know every single soldier. So if he doesn't know them, you're probably out of the loop, buddy.
Yeah, I feel like when Kale didn't recognize the soldiers like like couple sections back that
Yeah,
attacked
when they
Ren,
were going after
I feel
Ren,
like
yeah.
there should have been more digging into where did these men come from and where are they currently being
Hmm.
housed, and that never happened.
No, he definitely had like a one-track mind for sure.
Yeah.
Panicked. Need to get out and need to get everyone to safety kind of thing.
Mhm.
Figure out what's going on with the magic. They did, and now what?
Now they're all fucked.
Now they're all fucked. I get why he says this to Adian about like not having a message for Selena, saying like they barely talked. She has enough on her plate almost. Like, don't tell her not to worry about me. I'm good. Everybody else is safe. Like, do what she has to do, kind of thing. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, that's all you have to say to her after a whole year. Well, not a whole year,
Hasn't
but a
been a whole
whole
year.
whatever, a long time that she's been away in
Well,
Wedland.
I
Like,
think he's like he says, he still struggles with who she really is, and
yeah, I can't
he
accept
can't
like,
accept Aelin
yeah,
being Aelin, and he said he had a hard enough time accepting Selena and her dark tendencies, never mind being able to like pick Aelin and love her for Aelin. And Dorian told him a couple chapters back, you don't get to pick and choose what parts of her you love. Like you
right,
either love her
right.
or you
Or
don't.
you don't, yeah.
And so I think this is him just putting that line in the sand saying, I don't love her enough to accept this. So this is me washing my hands of the relationship, but
Oh,
I just wish her the best.
so sad. Crazy. But yeah, you're right, you're right. Then we jump to Sorsha, who fucking she's like, "Yeah, no, I can't be queen," because Kale mentions this whole thing about her maybe being a queen or like the kingdom needing a healer as a queen.
Hmm.
So she's just contemplating like, could I actually end up with Dorian? But she's like, no. But
Yeah.
I'll be selfish a little while longer. She was selfish a little too late because of what happens at the end of this book with her. But we'll wait until we get there to talk about
Next
that.
chapter, I'll be
Next chapter,
talking all
yeah.
about it.
So yeah, Kale is summoned. Adian's already there. So he's like, fuck, we got these unfamiliar soldiers. And then Dorian hears of this and he's like, I gotta get to Sorsha, get the fuck out of here. But they're too late
Hmm.
before Amithi and more guards that are unfamiliar find them. They are also summoned to the king's chambers. This cannot be good.
It's just a little too late, a little too. Everyone loves to do things when it's already too late and you can't do it
Literally.
anymore.
Yep.
Chapter 64, Adie and Kale, Dorian and Sorsha are all in the council room of the king. The king said that his spies had brought him some interesting information. The king knows that Adie and Kale have been hanging out and that Dorian has been dabbling with the rabble again. The guards separate Dorian and Sorsha. 4 guards held Dorian back while the other guards forced Sorsha to kneel. Kale was frozen because these guards were not his men. These guards were the same from when Adien had to kill them in the alley after attacking Ren. The king wants Dorian to tell him why Adien and Kale have been hanging out. Dorian tells him that he doesn't know, which is true. He doesn't know what their plans are. Kale has kept him out of them. The king says that there has been a spy in the castle for many months feeding information to his enemies. Kale
Wild.
looked like he was about to take the fall for everyone, so Adien spoke up first, saying that he was the traitor. He takes the fake black ring off of his finger and throws it onto the floor. He tells the king that Kale was blackmailing him because he knew he was working with the rebels and to use this information to gain power for him and his father. He tells them they can all burn in hell because his queen is coming and he cannot wait to see what she does to them. The king is going to wait, though, for his execution to see if Aelin will come and try and save him. And Aedion walked right into this trap.
Ugh.
Because the king then reveals that Sorsha is the true traitor in the castle and why they were all brought here today. That she has been sending letters with information to the rebels. She tells the king that he ruined everything she ever had and the king will deserve everything that he gets. She does tell Dorian that she was never meant to love him, but she did anyway. Dorian tries to save Sorsha, telling the king to name his price, but all the king says is no. When that happened, no one was able to move in time before the guard swung his sword and cut off Sorsha's head.
Oh!
Aedion was screaming. Dorian was roaring and running towards her, and he was like trying to grab for her head and was moving like he was going to piece her back together.
Wild.
Sad. So basically, they all just walk into this giant trap that is sent by the king, making it seem like Aedion and Kale are one of
In
the traitors
cahoots.
in cahoots together. So Aedion
Mhm.
fesses up because Kale was about to take the fall for everyone because he's just so fucking noble. And really, they just walked right into that because the king had no fucking idea or had any proof of anything from them. And all
Nope.
he was here to do was to kill Sorsha. And now he has Aedion laid a trap for
Sorsha's dead.
Aelin, and Sorsha's dead.
Yep.
I saw this video the other day saying that Sorsha is Dorian's Sam.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God, that's so
Yeah,
true.
because he was too late
Yeah.
in saving her.
Mhm.
Wild.
And this pure bond that they had created together. And
Yeah,
when I
wild.
read this the first time and they fucking chopped her head off, I was like,
I literally was like, yo, holy shit.
Mhm.
Clean. And then Dorian trying to put her head. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God, like
dude,
running for her.
that is totally his Sam moment.
Mhm.
Crazy.
So sad. But the king's a little shit. He's like,
He is a little shit.
gotcha, gotcha again. And he's about to get us a third time in this next chapter.
Literally. Yep, he is. Fuck. All right, chapter 65. Kale drew his sword and told the king he would no longer serve him, boldly declaring that Dorian was a true king and that Aelin, a queen of hope, would defeat him again. In response, the king ordered his guards to kill Kale. A crossbow flew from the shadows, but Dorian's eyes went wide and he filled the room with ice, shattering the bolt and freezing the guards. The ice crept over Sorsha's dead body, a tragic realization that this was a trap set by the king to expose Dorian's magic. Dorian used his power to hold the king back and told Kale to run and tell Aelin what happened. He ordered Kale to return someday and burn this place to the ground. Kale, telling Dorian he loved him, fled. Aedion, knowing his duty, allowed himself to be led to the dungeon. He heard Dorian create a diversion for Kale to escape. He didn't mind dying, but he wished he could see Aelin just once. The king hit Dorian with black burning power, causing him to slam to the floor. Dorian, grateful that Kale had escaped, told the king to kill him, but the king refused. Instead, he placed an obsidian collar around Dorian's neck, and a wave of darkness swept in to tear him apart. Kale fled to Selena's apartment, making a quick stop at Dorian's room for Fleetfoot and the tomb to grab Damaris and some gold. He left a message for Mort, telling him where he would be and to tell Selena if she didn't know when she returned. He emerged from the sewers to find the castle had gone silent, and he couldn't bring himself to find out if Dorian was alive or dead. At Selena's apartment, he found Ren and told him everything. Kale learned that Ren was the friend Sorsha had been writing to. The two men decided they would find a way to free Aedion and the prince together. Wild.
Crazy.
This is outrageous. What's going on in this chapter?
The king got his way so many fucking times.
Yeah, and Kale finally sticks up against the king, I guess, and tells him, like, there's only one true king in this room, and it ain't you, buddy. It's Dorian.
And Dorian was so proud. He's like, Kale finally picked a side, and they were on the same side.
Yes, I'm so happy. Dorian's like, I already had to sacrifice one of the people I love tonight. I cannot endure this loss
Yeah, he was too
as
late for
well.
Sorsha. He was not going to be too late for Kale. And I feel
Yeah,
like the king was like, all right, who's he going to reveal his magic for? Sorsha or Kale? Who means
yeah,
more? And
yeah.
obviously, Kale is.
Yeah, it was just another trap to see his magic, and he uses it. He freezes the entire room. The crossbow falls and shatters. All the guards are like frozen.
Mhm.
Sorsha's body is frozen. Like, it's just
He
crazy.
literally got everything he wanted in this
Yep.
chapter. He got Adian in prison and setting the trap for Aelin. He got
Mm-hmm.
Dorian in a collar. Sorsha's dead, like who was a rebel, and now Kale, his captain of the guard, is fled the castle, and now he has control over which guards are doing what.
Yep.
He literally won this book.
Yeah, he
He
did,
killed all those fucking
unfortunately.
slaves.
Mm-hmm.
He has the wyvern ready to go.
Yeah.
He's is
He's
set.
scary.
He is scary.
He's set and he's scary.
Mhm.
I'm nervous for what's to come.
Mhm.
I love that Dorian says, though, go tell fucking Aelin everything. And when you come back, you better burn this place to the ground.
Mhm.
Leave no survivors.
Literally burn this motherfucking palace to the ground.
Yeah. The king uses his power against Dorian, which basically slams him to the floor. And Dorian's ready. He's like, this is where it ends. Like, my dad's about to kill me.
Mhm.
But he's like, oh no, you ain't dying today, buddy. Clip goes the dark collar on his fucking neck.
Oh.
I am so scared for how that's going to turn out,
I
but
was definitely stressed for sure. I'm still
yeah, I'm
stressed and I
like,
know what happens.
I know. I can't wait to find out what happens because I feel like that's the end of Dorian for this book now. We don't see him again. We have no idea what's going to happen. Now he's in his father's control, which is exactly what the king wanted this whole fucking time.
Mm.
Before he gets to Selena's apartment, he stops in the tomb and gets Damaris,
And
the
Fleetfoot,
sword. And he gets Fleetfoot, yes.
most importantly.
And tells Moore where he's going in
Mhm.
case Selena comes back and she needs to know.
Mhm.
And
I don't know if he ever comes back into the story.
because when did she ever go back to the tomb, I guess?
Mm.
Maybe, I
She's
don't know.
not getting in that palace without
Yeah, she's
people not
not.
noticing.
Yeah,
We'll
exactly.
see.
So he finds Ren at the apartment. He tells him everything, and they find out that Ren was the one that Sorsha was writing to. So, little full circle moment there for them, but they decide they're going to free Adian and the prince, and they'll do it together. So,
Cute.
we'll see how that goes. We're still working with the rebels, and Kale, I guess, is not going to go to Anyel because now he's in hiding.
Yeah, he is in hiding now.
Yeah,
Shit.
crazy.
Chapter 66.
Woo.
Manon's grandmother tells her that she'd be heading to Marath for her to serve the Duke as the king has ordered. He wanted the wing leader in Marath with half of the host ready to fly at a moment's notice. The rest would stay here in the mountains under Iskra's command. Her grandmother says that she will remain here in the mountains as well and then meet Manon in Marath as there is still work for her to finish here. Manon would be leaving for Marath tomorrow. Manon led the host south and kept to the shadows of the mountains to keep anyone from getting an accurate account of their numbers. Manon keeps reminding herself she was not born with a heart or a soul. She didn't need them no matter what the Kraken Witch had said. Once they fought the King's War, she would ride to reclaim their broken kingdom and she would go home at last.
Okay,
Keep
Manon. Whatever
telling
you have to
yourself
tell
that.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this chapter is pretty self-explanatory. I don't really have much to say except
Yeah.
what's going to happen to Marath and what does the grandmother still need to be doing here in the mountains in the
Yeah.
Omega that isn't already done.
Yeah.
I know what it is. I'm not telling you.
Good things to think about for sure. Crazy. Chapter 67 and my last short little cute chapter of the episode. A cloaked man carrying a beautiful sword with an eagle pommel walked onto the docks at sunrise. He stared at the blade, thinking of what it once represented. But now he had a new one, a sword of an ancient king, from a time when good men had served noble rulers and the world had prospered from it. He felt he had no title or name except for oathbreaker, traitor, liar. No one saw as he threw the sword into the Avery River, never to be seen again. Okay, Kale.
Okay, Kale. A
At
cloaked
first, I'm like,
man.
who is this? And then it says ancient king. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
because he
it's
grabbed
Kale. He's getting rid
Damaris.
of his Captain of the Guard sword.
Mhm.
And now he's going to be rocking the Damaris blade, I guess. So here we go.
But he's definitely in his feels for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. He's feeling like he has no title, no name except for Oathbreaker because he broke the oath to his dad, or traitor because he technically is a traitor to the king, I
Mhm.
guess, now, and liar for many
For
reasons.
many lies he is told. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
He's a new man. Chapter 68, and the last chapter of this section and of this book.
Woo!
It took 2 weeks for Rowan and Selena to trek back to Wendlin, and Rowan was even bossier now that he was a part of her court, and it gave him non-negotiable rights in regards to her safety and movements. He did not like her plan of going back to Rifthold, and she tells him that she is going back as Selena, not as Aelin, but he thinks it's just as dangerous because she failed in her mission to kill the royal family as Selena. Selena
Mhm.
has sent word to the king and queen of Eelway, giving them a warning, and Kale, she has finally taken off his ring, and there are words left unsaid between them, but she needed to make sure that he remained safe and stayed that way. The plan is she will go to Arabin's home, get the key, find Kale, and then she will head north. Rowan doesn't like the idea of staying back for months, but there is no magic in Rifthold, and in his Fae form, he wouldn't fit in, but he wouldn't be able to switch back and forth from his Hawk form to his Fae form, so he is to stay over here on this continent for a minute.
Mhm.
He tells her, though, that they are stronger together than they are apart. She tells Rowan that she will build her court and raise the greatest army the world has ever witnessed. She will call
Woo!
in every favor, every debt owed to Selena Sardothian, to her parents, to her bloodline, and she says she is going to rattle the stars. Rowan says the day that they saw Maeve that morning when he was praying to Mala was that she made it out safely from her encounter with Maeve and that he would be set free, and now he was. He said that Mala likes him and she agrees that Rowan and Selena are a formidable pair. Selena flings herself onto Rowan and gives him the biggest hug before she boards the boat, taking her back to Rifthold. Rowan followed the boat in his hawk form before returning to shore. She had a plan: get the first word key, track down the others, put them back in the gate, free magic, and destroy the king and free her people.
Woo! Mouthful.
She was Aelin Ashriver Galathinius, heir to 2 mighty bloodlines, protector of a once glorious people, and queen of Terrasen. She was Aelin Ashriver Galathinius, and she would not be afraid. I just love how it ends on that.
Oh, a little Sam nod.
And I
Oh,
love that she's referring to herself as Aelin again.
Aelin. Is that the official
I
switch?
can't remember if we start Queen of Shadows with her at all referring to herself as Selena, but I want to
Yeah.
say that this might be it. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
it has to be. She
I
says
feel like
she
it
is Aelin
yeah.
Ashriver Galathinius and she will not be afraid
It's definitely the first time she's referred to herself
as
as Aelin,
Aelin.
I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because many people at this point have, but like she herself has not.
Mhm.
So wild.
I know. I just like love, I don't know, that he's just like so protective of her. And I'm
I
also going to
know.
miss him not being there right away
I
in the
know.
next
Like I'm
book.
sad he's not going to be in the next book right away with
I
her.
think like you get so used to like characters interacting with each other. And when they're not, you're like, what do you mean I have to wait?
I know,
This is bullshit.
literally. I know. I grown to love Rowan from this book,
I
so
know.
I'll be patiently awaiting his return for sure.
Me too.
I just realized too, I feel like I should leave my predictions for next week because it's final thoughts and it's predictions for the whole next book.
All right. So save them.
Yeah, I'm going to save my predictions, although I have some good
I'm
ones.
I'm
Yes!
literally looking at just the 2 she has written, though I want her to speculate on a few more things, and I'm already like, wow.
Okay, good. So if you want to know what my predictions are, you have to tune in next week for final thoughts.
We're leaving you on a cliffhanger this time.
That's right, baby. So that's all we have for you today. Please let us know what you think by leaving us a review and comments on any of the platforms you are listening/watching on, or on our social media pages. This helps tremendously to get the word out and lead more listeners to find our show and tune in. And come join our book club Discord. You can find the link in our bios on Insta and TikTok. And this month we are reading Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. We love chatting with you guys, so don't be shy.
Don't forget to email, follow, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, and tell all your friends about us. And we hope the rest of your day is blissful. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for listening. Join us next week for part 7 of Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, discussing our final thoughts. Happy reading!